Hello YouTube. So it's again another video where I just record myself in the dark. Not because I have to, but because I just kind of like it dark, you know. I finally was able to sleep a little bit. This new job I got starts really early in the morning, so then it was kind of tricky to kind of adapt to that and then sleep. But I do have some blackout curtains which I ordered before starting there, and that helps block some light, so that certainly does help. But anyways, in today's video, I just wanted to discuss the circular flow model in economic theory. Now, economics is a topic that kind of fascinates me. I just kind of research it, not because I go to college for it, but because it's just a topic that fascinates me. I mean, I do go to college, but that's for something different on my online courses. But anyways, the economic flow model. So in this economic theory, it states that on a national level, production is fundamentally equal to both income and expenditure. So this theory states that the more productive a nation is, the more income relative to cost of living on average that country will have. So productivity in this circular flow model on a national level is directly correlated with income relative to cost of living. And it makes total sense why that would be, because the more productive as a society we can be, the more gets accomplished, the more affordable, on average, things can be. And I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I believe it was just last night, yes it was actually, just last night, I recorded and uploaded a video where I was talking about some people on the internet, well, more specifically TikTok, and even though I don't like using that app specifically, although I did download it shortly before it was about to get banned. And you know, sometimes there's videos on there, not that I like go directly on there anymore, and prior to downloading it shortly before it was about to get banned, well, at least that's what it seemed, because it was like I kind of wanted to like give it a chance since it was about to get banned anyways. And you know, because I watch a lot of YouTube, there is once in a great while like videos that will reference something that they've seen on that other platform. And anyways, like there would be these people who'd be like, I can't afford a ride. And it's just like, yeah, but yet you're holding a smartphone connected to the internet, presumably, you know, depending on the video, sitting in a vehicle, sitting in their apartment or home or wherever, you know, maybe sipping on a Starbucks while they're at it. No hate to that. I mean, I drink coffee pretty regularly every day, actually. There's nothing against that or that company or anything. But I mean, the point that I'm making is just like, you know, it's kind of funny how somebody in America would get on the internet and complain, I can't afford that. It's like, but yet you're living. So, like, you know, and America is probably the wealthiest country in the entire world, if you think about it. You know, and I mentioned in the previous video, safety nets. Like, even if you're flat broke, you'll still do just fine in America if you play your cards right. You know, hit up those free food places. If you're flat broke, you don't have to just, like, accept starvation. It might work that way in other countries, but, like, safety nets, you know, there's a reason why that's in place. It's to prevent you from starving if you go broke. Almost said bloke for some reason. Hey, don't go starving, bloke. But yeah, it's like, I guess this video is just a continuation of that. But I also mentioned the economic flow model, which is an economic theory, according to Google. which I consider to be a trustworthy source because it's Google. It probably knows more than God himself. Just kidding. But anyways, the economic flow model says that at a national level, production is roughly equal to income and expenditure on a national level. Now, of course, it won't be 100% equal because there are also leakages and injections. In other words, even something as simple as savings can be considered a leakage in the system, whether it's for a company or for an individual. And injections can also be seen as like more money being put into the system. I hope that's accurate. The injection, I can't remember exactly, but I think it had something to do with like pumping more money into the system. Whereas leakages, it's like the money is exiting the circular flow model, even if it's something as simple as savings. But I mean, roughly speaking, production is roughly equal to income relative to cost of living on a national level. But like, if people are in the mindset of, I live in America and I don't know what to do. It's like, like you're in America. You literally don't need to be able to afford to live. There are plenty of safety nets in place. I think these videos had even kind of made me start to think that way at some point too. Like, it was just kind of like an unhealthy mindset to have, but also a very untrue one also. Because it's like, I started this new job recently. I just completed training this week, and I really like it, actually. As a matter of fact, I used to work in a distribution center for eSpay from 2014 until 2017. I worked full time there for 50 to 60 hours a week for 3 years straight. And then after that, I worked at Sam's Club for nearly 5 years, from July of 2019 up until April of 2024 last year, which was when I kind of quit on the spot. And I've worked a handful of places since then. Wasn't able to like keep the job, which is why like this new one, I'm thinking like I really want to keep it because like that pay per hour is hella good. Let's be honest. Like, I'm sure some people are probably like, oh, this is too hard. I gotta move this, I gotta move that. It's like, bitch, it's almost $20 an hour. Just fucking suck it up. you know? I mean, that's some good pay. I was thinking there was going to be a lot of competition for getting more time there. There's probably a reason why they have to limit your hours, though, because, like, I was thinking there's going to be too much competition for shifts. I was thinking everybody's going to be, like, attracted to that place like a magnet because, $20 an hour, well, I mean, it's almost $20 an hour. It's like 19.25, but I mean, like, that is some damn good pay. That's another thing. Like, there's these videos where people would sit in front of a camera and be like, oh, that's not good enough. That's not good enough pay. I gotta do all this stuff. It's like, well, if you think the pay is not good enough, well, then figure out how to get a job that pays even more then, if that's what the issue is, I don't know. Like, I think it's pretty damn good, to be honest. As far as the company itself, it's one of America's largest companies. So, I mean, by working directly for the company this time instead of a separate company as a contract with the larger company, it ensures a great deal of stability, I think. So yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad, and I hope it works out okay. And that's my cat jumping around. Well, I got two cats actually. I used to have Buddy the cat. He was actually in my very first YouTube video. But he died last year in November, and I have his urn in my bedroom. I got two different cats now, Freddy and Faith. And Buddy, he's in his urn in my bedroom. I had him for 6 years, I want to say, before he died. But anyways, I guess the summary of today's video is mostly about the economic flow model and how productivity and income related relative to cost of living at a national level is closely correlated, as are expenditures. And I also kind of connected this with, some of these videos where people are complaining about, oh, the cost of labor too high. And it's like, yeah, I mean, it is higher than before, but like, think about how this might actually be correlated with productivity or potentially lack thereof. And like, this is America. Like, there's no such thing as can't afford to live because you don't need to afford to live. There's an abundance of safety nets and free services available. And of course, you don't want to just like live off the system, although there's certainly people who can and do. Because that's not really ideal either, because it's like you want to just like depend on yourself. I totally get that. You want to be self sufficient, self made man, basically. At least that's what I want to be. I'm glad I got a job now. To be honest, it pays pretty decent. So, be happy, be grateful, count your blessings. Till the next video, have a good day or night. Bye.